Welcome everybody to another edition of Tech Byte with myself, Emoji J. I think this is working. Sorry, no light, but that's gonna have to do today. Tonight we're gonna talk with Sovereign about OBS and basic OBS stuff, and then we're gonna talk to Space the Final Frontier about a little bit more advanced OBS tips and computer tips. And in the middle of the show, we're going to have tech tips, and then history and tech. And at the end of the show, we're going to have new technology, just a piece of new technology that's come out probably within the last year. And then stay tuned at the end of the show for talk about who the guests will be next week and for questions and answers. And I'm going to start the intro, and then we'll get on to get along with guests. Please favorite everybody. Please, guess if you could request a box at this time, that'd be great. Um, well, who wants to go first? I guess that's the question I should ask. Okay, so if you want to request a box first, that'd be great. I'm going to play the intro, and then after that, I'll request the box, and you can tell us a little bit about yourself and stuff like that. Here we go. Once again, everybody, this is Tech Byte with myself, Emoji J, and tonight's guests are Sovereign and Space the Final Frontier, and they're both going to be talking about OBS, Open Broadcasting Software or System, and give you guys tips and tricks, and if you have any questions, answer those questions as well. Sav, I'm going to let you in the box. If you want to introduce yourself, that'd be great.
What's up,
What's going on, man?
Sovereign?
How you doing?
How's it going?
So why don't you tell people about yourself and how much computer knowledge you have and experience with OBS?
To be honest, really don't have a crazy amount of experience. I've learned most of the stuff that I've learned from OBS by like the seat of my pants and learning stuff from other friends like Space and things like that. Um, I'm not really normally a very like super tech savvy person, but I get by. Uh, I enjoy making my streams look cool.
Right on. What's your favorite scene that you have done so far? Like, what's the most fun scene you designed?
This one here is the one that I use most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I have my chroma key on right now. If I flip to one of my overlay here, um, I use this one as well a lot. I use this one as well a lot. Me and Space a lot of time we do the space pods. Uh, Grouping items, putting stuff together, and being able to actually make small animations and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. This is a pretty custom scene made from a bunch of different cutouts of images and GIFs and green screen chroma keys and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, I mean, I've got more, but these are the basic ones that I use mostly. The probably the four main ones.
Right on. How many images did that scene take to make?
The TV one
Well, the TV one and then the one that you were on or just on.
or this one?
Both of them, I guess.
This one here. This one here took, let's see. I mean, I've got two different borders around myself chroma keyed. I've got the image in the background. The bushes are all actually the same image that's been stretched out. It's been duplicated and stretched out and modified a few times. And then chroma keyed and color changed as well with some other filters on OBS. And then let's see, there's the lava stream out there. So I'd say probably about altogether like 10 to 15
Yeah,
in this one.
that's quite a bit for that. I think. I mean, just looking at it at a glance.
Yeah, I've got other stuff in here too. I have some characters and stuff I do if I want. I can animate my little guy coming through here and stuff like that. I got some videos and stuff that I could drag over and drop things like that. So it's not all currently visually in the scene all the time. I like to keep some stuff set to the side so it's easily accessible if I want to do something or whatever. And then I also always keep a soundboard open as well, so I can do sound effects and stuff like that.
Right on. What about your TV scene?
The TV scene here, this one, let's see. Well, me and Space actually worked on building this one together. So right now, this scene is only three different sources. At first, it was like 40 and it was bogging the entire system down. So what we did was we got it working nice and crisp, and then we took a video of the entire scene, reintegrated it back into a new OBS scene, and now it's just one scene, all custom, fully custom built. And yeah, that was a pretty good one. This one was fun to make, definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense to record the videos. Pre-record the videos and use it as a scene. Otherwise, yeah, the more
Yeah, it
sources you
uses
have,
a
it uses
lot.
yeah memory hog pretty
Yeah, it's
much.
using a lot less of your processor when when you've got one video source going than when you've got 20 GIFs inside a bunch of chroma keyed green screens and stuff at the same time.
It's pretty cool though. I've seen it when you both have when in battles or whatnot. I've seen you guys have it
Yeah, yeah,
together.
yeah,
I don't know if I think I should be able to bring space up. That'd be funny if we can see if it will work here. But I'm not sure. Let's see, space. You want to join the box really quick, please, and try it. See if it'll work.
yeah. You should be able to do it.
All right. So you gotta all yeah cancel and
Yeah,
then
got to do the thing.
come on, make me
We
fix
call it
this.
doing the thing.
Okay, there we go.
I invented the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You guys are up. Sov is up on top, and then space is down below. So ideally, it's supposed to be side to side, right?
Yeah, usually it's side to side when we do it. But yeah, it looks really cool when both of us have them up together side to side. It looks just like a ton of TV screens.
Right on. Yeah, I want to do some. I wanted to do something kind of matrixy, but I haven't figured out what I wanted to do yet. Like inside the ship, you know what I mean? That they use the monitors and all that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure space has something like that. Space, go to your space station. There we go.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, like that, but actually have the screens have different stuff on it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, like the scene at the end when it's got a bunch of different Keanu Reeves in it.
right, exactly. Something
Yeah, yeah,
weird,
yeah.
something different. But yeah, I like that. I'm gonna have to steal that image from you. Just saying. Um, but yeah. So I guess since we have you both up here, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Space?
Space.
Sorry, what was that?
Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody since we have you both up
Oh,
here?
hi. Well, I'm Space, the Final Frontier, and I do a thing about 10 o'clock every night, but I'm on almost every day. I do free tutorials and tips and help a lot of people show them how to use the software that we use. And OBS and Snap Camera and all that stuff's free. Uh, I use a legacy system, it's older. And I think that, going out and spending a whole bunch of money before you even know if you really like streaming this way is kind of crazy. But you can do it all for free. And if you really get into it, you can maybe buy a couple things here and there.
Yeah, slowly
But
purchase them, right? Slowly
did you?
purchase everything.
Yeah,
Right,
we're both of us are running on older builds. I mean, we've both, all the stuff that we do, it's on older computers. We're not really spending a ton of money on our systems like some of these guys are doing, and I don't know. I think our stuff looks better sometimes than some of the people with with the nicer systems. So I really think a lot of this stuff is just the amount of work you put into it. You could have a really nice system, but if you don't have everything, tuned right, then it's. I think that's important.
right.
It's funny because I'm running on
Yeah,
an older system as well. I'm not running on anything. I mean, I upgraded the RAM to 16 and I'm running a 1050 Ti video card, but I'm not nothing too spectacular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right,
Yeah. I'm on an old laptop, and then I have like a 2017 MacBook Pro that I can run on as well. Nothing's too crazy, really. And I know Space's computer is even older than mine.
Uh,
right. Uh, so some of the things people look at my computer and they think it's new and fancy, but I'd say the first thing that everybody should consider is if you use Chrome, you go to the flags. If you use a different browser, I'm sure they have a similar option. Now, it's not just dark mode for the browser, but it's experimental dark mode. And you want to enable experimental dark mode. And this does it to all web contents as well. Now, you'll notice there's some colored lights in my glasses, right?
right.
But you don't see most of my screen because it's all dark mode. Hey, thank you, Tiffany. I need to move you up on my gifter board too, don't I? And so uh, if you set it to dark mode, it'll take the white square off of your glasses, for example. See that
Yeah,
Sovereign
I
has set
see. I
his
see it.
dark mode?
Yeah.
And another thing is if you move
Does
line,
like HBO Max or something like that, for instance, if you're watching a movie, sometimes it's hard to see the bar at the end of it, like where you're at in the movie. You got to like hover your mouse over it. Other than
yeah,
that,
the
it's
controls are hard
not
to
too
see.
bad. But
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
want me to
like in
reboot too,
Pandora,
so I'm not
Pandora's
gonna
trust
be
me,
able to
it's
do
flagship
not.
anything.
mode.
I'd much rather have. Yeah, don't do it
Yeah,
now,
don't
but
worry about it yet.
I like it. I don't mind a couple websites being a little bit hard to read when all the websites are in dark mode. It's a lot easier on the eyes, especially when we're sitting here for 7, 8 hours in front of our computer all day streaming. Like, it's a lot easier on your eyes,
Yeah, I agree with
especially if
that.
Yeah,
you
they
don't have
don't
like
burn
blue
and
light
hurt
filter
when you go to
glasses.
bed.
Yeah, and all of us wear glasses too, so we know like if you don't have the blue light frames, like it really is like a number on your eyes. I think that's important too. Because let's face it, all the cool stuff we do with our tech and our streams is great, but if we're not functional, like physically, then like that's pretty important as well.
No, I agree
If I have
100%.
a giant migraine, I'm not going to want to stream if my head feels like splitting open.
NorCal, are you still here?
Uh, another fun change. Another fun change. Sometimes you get those weird like ads and stuff on your startup page. You can change that, and you can set your startup page to open up to Meet Me or Plenty of Fish or Scout, and that's really handy.
Yeah.
I think I have
I
recent
would
recent
say,
pages open right now on mine where it just goes to yeah recent tabs that I've opened, and that's useful for me because I open a lot of tabs.
I would say for people using OBS though who are starting out, I would say like there's a couple like really important things that people like gloss over quickly that I think are pretty important. And like it's
Unload
really
image.
yeah, it's very easy to build up a really quick scene with just simple like chroma key image mask blend. A lot of people don't realize how much better image mask blend will make your image look. Um, for instance, if I go into this scene, go to my camera source, pop
I
open the
can.
filters, and turn the image mask blend off. See, there you go. Now you can see my whole body inside the thing here, but I turn the image mask blend on. It makes it nice and seamless, and there's no cut in the green screen at all. Similarly now, let's say I turn my chroma key off. So I'm taking off my green screen now, and also gonna remove my image mask blend. A lot of times when I'm streaming, if I don't want to have a bunch of stuff set up, if I want to have less stuff set up, I will use this, and I just take my green screen away then. And now I've got a box set up, everything. I'm still using the same camera. I've got more room to kind of move around now. Everything, I've still got a cool setup. I've still got all my little gifter boards and graphics and things going, but I'm just not utilizing the green screen, and that also takes a little bit of work off your system as well when you're not processing all that. So, but yeah, I think a lot of people, I mean, in grouping items together too, like this one that our buddy Maddie made. Our buddy Maddie made the parts for this, and then me and Space have both made some pods with it. This is just simple chroma key and image mask blend and grouped together with some items. Grouping items together also, I learned, is really important because your OBS can get really, really, really clogged up with a lot of stuff very quickly if you're not naming things right and putting them in the right
Very cluttered.
places.
How
Yeah,
much?
very cluttered.
Quick question. How much RAM
Um,
do you guys run on your
so,
systems?
yeah. Uh, Geez.
16 gig.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say, I
he's
think
got
mine.
8.
I was gonna say, yeah, mine's not even 16. Mine's only 8.
Yeah, I run 16. I was just curious.
And
What
then I've
other
got
people
2 gigs
run.
on the video. I'd recommend 4. You'll notice part of your system load is there's let me find it real quick. Uh, one of those missed items he was mentioning is we'll go ahead and open this and find an item and hit properties. Now, what people don't realize when they're creating a source in OBS is that there are all these little checkbox down here, checkboxes, right? And you want to select the one that says unload when not showing. Otherwise, you're going to be using 5, 10, maybe more as your sources build up, percent of your CPU just to hold these files open in the background every time you start OBS, whether you actually use them or not.
Right.
And your videos too. Your videos too need to be done that way, and it'll slow you down, and it leads to crashes when you start adding those things up that slow you down.
Once again, this is.
Also, the
Hold
command
on.
prompt
I'm
thing
gonna do a
too is
quick
important.
plug. Sorry, I think I'm lagged a little bit, but once again, this is Tech Byte with Emoji J, and I have my guests Sovereign and Space for tonight, and they're talking about OBS and OBS tips and tricks. Sorry about that.
No, nothing. That's cool. I was just saying another thing that actually Space showed me that I've been doing lately has been flushing my DNS regularly throughout my stream. Um, it just, I mean, I've seen it tends to crash a lot less. It tend to have a lot less problems with the website. With the beta
So
version of the website when I'm doing that. So especially when
yeah,
we do these multi box battles at night, which is like one of the things that we do. Is so we'll one of us will import the other person into the stream, like we're in the guest box, and then we go and do versus battles all night. And it's really good to flush your DNS while you're doing that, because if not, you're crashing every 10 minutes, and that's a pain. So
What are you
just
using
like that.
for the
So
multiple
you
battles?
tap the Windows key once, you type the word
the multiple battles. So
command.
basically, what I do is, or what Space will do, what one of us will do is we'll open up a different browser and open up one of our streams in the browser. And then so what I can do is, let's see, I can do it right now actually. So it's really easy. Open up a browser. I have a thing set for it already. Let me just hop into Space's stream here real fast.
And what were you saying, Space? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
We
you're
jumped
good.
ahead real quick there. I wanted to point out to everybody the line there. Okay, see the line here? Once you tap the the Windows icon in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, tap it once, and then type the word command. Or if you know how to get to command prompt in another way, there are other ways. You get command prompt open. In command prompt, you type ipconfig, ipconfig slash flush DNS, and then you hit enter, and that'll flush your DNS. Which, in addition to cleaning up your DNS, it can also stop a lot of like hacker type things, or program issues like that.
Right. Have you ever used
Oh, it's
Have you ever used /renew? ipconfig /renew.
/renew,
Yeah, it clears your
and then
IP tables.
uh, that's also a good thing to do. Um, Now, I don't know if that you can do while you're in the middle of a stream. Have you?
I mean, I don't.
Seems
I was
fine.
gonna say. I mean, I can find out, but yeah, probably not a good idea to do it right now, right?
All right. So we'll test it out later. I just know that your Flush DNS is okay.
Yeah, I've done flush DNS when
Um,
I've been live
it's kind
before.
of like clearing your cookies from your browser before streaming. That kind of helps too.
I'm gonna see
Uh,
if I can get NorCal to come back to ask any questions, unless she is here.
Another good one is a
Uh,
Wi-Fi range extender. So you should have a cat cable, and your computer should be plugged into the router. And then you should have another cat cable that goes to the Wi-Fi range extender, and then it will extend you if you want to use your WebSocket plugin for OBS, and maybe Android Cam, and then you use your Android Cam plugin and your Android Cam app paired together through the WebSocket, and OBS uses WebSocket to utilize the Wi-Fi. Now you can use your phone as a camera and a microphone, and you can walk around the house like you used to when you were streaming, but you're running over the computer.
Right. No, that's helpful too. But the thing is, though, is that can you still hear the live?
Yeah,
I mean, only because you're taking the camera
but you
with
have
you.
to go back to your computer if you want to do battles, obviously. But
Right.
like, let's say you want to go make eggs in the kitchen. Uh, you can just pick the camera up and walk into the other room with it, right? Because I can. Or if you want to go out to the garage and build something with wood and a saw, and you want to take the camera and let people see and hear you, it's no problem. You've got your extender, so you can get that far. And then you set up and start sawing away, and girls love woodworking.
I bet they do. So I'm gonna meet you guys really quick, and I'm gonna do history and tech, and it's gonna be about Cray computers. I'm just gonna do like a brief history of it, show a picture, and then I'll unmute you guys so we can continue the conversation.
Cool.
Thank you.
okay.
See, that works. That works. It's great that multi boxes have you can mute people on multi boxes now. So wait, I wonder if you actually have to do the back out and back back in trick. Um, anyways, sorry about that, everybody. This is Tech Byte with Emoji J, and tonight we're talking with Space, the Final Frontier, and Sovereign, and we're discussing OBS tips and tricks. And if you guys have any questions in the comments, feel free to ask questions. And this week's history is about Cray computers. And Cray computers were basically supercomputers back in the designed in the 70s. Um, so it was founded in 1972 by computer designer Seymour Cray. Seymour Cray later formed Cray Computer Corporation in 1989, which went bankrupt in 1995. Cray Research was acquired by Silicon Graphics Corporation in 1996, and then also Hewlett Packard is a subdivision of Cray as of right now. But they actually bought the company, what it is today. Here's a picture of an old Cray computer. Nope, that's not a picture of an old Cray computer. And I guess let me do this. Really quick here. I hope they're still there. I don't want to have to hunt them down. I'm almost done with this. So here's a picture of a Cray computer. They were mostly running Unix operating systems, so that people can easily create programs and run code. It was a supercomputer, as an analyzing computer, and that's what they were basically used for. That's how big one of them is. They're modular based, so you can add multiple Cray systems to create one, network them to create one huge super Cray computer. So I don't know if you guys seen the movie Sneakers, but they used the Cray computer in that movie, which I thought was pretty awesome. They sat on it. Um, when you guys are back, let me know. Hey, Space.
Yeah. So one of the original code crackers was this epic large computer. A lot of the parts were made out of balsa wood. It didn't have a hard drive, and what it did was that it accepted code on paper tape. And the paper tape would run at about 30 miles per hour. At about 40, 45 miles per hour, it would actually like disintegrate into splinters or burst into flames.
Yeah,
So
later.
they had to run it at a certain speed, and it had holes in it like punch cards that a light would shine through, and the blinking light would control the computer. And instead of a hard drive, it would print things off. And basically, uh, there were a lot of redundant, very large parts, and it basically filled a warehouse. And it spit out code, and it translated the enemy encryption with great ease.
I didn't know you were going to talk about that. I would ask you to bring up a picture.
About what?
I would have asked you to bring up a picture of the computer.
Oh yeah, I should have looked up its name. It just came out of the. I didn't know I was going to talk about that. Uh,
I could use that in
Someone
another
told me
segment
about
on
it one
another
time, and I thought
episode.
it was really interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Uh, so let's cover one more simple thing that everybody forgets. It's your productions folder. In your documents folder, you should have a folder called productions, and inside of it should be an images and a video, backups, your GIFs,
GIFs.
those kind of things. Your GIFs, yeah, right. And I don't use GIFs, he does. But so uh, then every time you create a file, you need to save it with, before you save it, make sure it has the appropriate name and the appropriate file type. Your masks all have to be PNG, for example. and then you put it in the right place in your productions folder, in your images if it's an image, in your videos if it's a video, uh, and that way that when you go to name a source, you name it the same thing you named the file. And from then on, if you ever go to use that source again, it's already right there. And if you ever break something or move or delete the wrong thing, you can fix it really easy because you can find it because it's named properly.
Right. Same with
Uh,
video editing as well, because that's another way that I organize all the videos for intros and stuff like that. I make sure all the assets
right.
are
It
in
doesn't
one.
hurt to leave the date on the end of it.
Right. But yeah, that's
Um,
definitely a good tip.
and then if it's not an original composition by you, then you need to make sure that it's a free stock image or video,
Right.
and not use, yeah.
I get all my stuff from Envato website. I use their what is it even called? Their subscription service where you can download videos, stock stuff, stock footage, stock music, and everything like that. It's pretty cool. It's worth the price. Kind of pricey, but worth the price. Because if I ever need anything, it's there.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Um,
awesome.
the reason, one more reason I use completely free stock image and video is because I can share them with my friends. So you'll notice a little bit of greenery in the corners here. That Sovereign and I both have the same images sometimes, and that's because we can send them to each other, like on Instagram.
Right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I use free. I mean, it's not free. Sometimes I use free places to get images from not Shutterstock, but there's similar ones that are like Shutterstock that are free. So I'd get,
Yeah, iStock. I've got some stuff from there.
but
Adobe has free stuff.
Adobe's a little bit pricey, I think, but that's just my opinion.
I'm pretty sure they also have a free stock image uh, folder
Yeah, I'll have to definitely look
and
into
video.
that. Um, so you both are running well here on a Mac, right? Sovereign.
No, right now I'm on a PC. I have a Mac as well that I can run my OBS on right here, but I'm on my PC right now.
I mean, which do you find easier to configure in
PC,
PC? That's
100%
right.
PC. Yeah.
That's
A lot
like
of
The
stuff
Mac will
doesn't
run
work
the
with the Mac.
software, um, but it won't be as smooth after a while. The Macs, it seems, are really good at doing one thing at a time, as to where the PC is a little bit more versatile. So,
what
and
version
there's
of
certain things on OBS that don't work on Mac the same way that they do on PC as well. There's certain filters, there's certain plugins and stuff that won't work on the Mac the same way that they will on the PC. And if you're used to, using a PC version of OBS, um, and then you switch over to a Mac, it's kind of annoying because you can't use a lot of the same things that you wanted to use.
can't use the same
Also,
plugins either,
another
right?
thing too is exactly, yeah. And another thing that's important too for everyone to know is don't download the OBS 28 yet. Right now I'm on
It's a beta version,
27.2.4.
I noticed.
Yeah. Uh, the version 28 has a bunch of bugs and stuff in it, and we had to roll back my entire system because it screwed everything all up, like really bad. And it took us like about a day to get it all fixed, but yeah, we had to roll it back. So I wouldn't download the new update for OBS yet, until they patch all the stuff they need to fix in it.
Right.
Updates
Funny.
are optional for a reason.
Here's a quick
And also,
story. Here's a quick story. I wanted to try the 28 just to see what it was like, and I download. This is all way before I was going to do the show and everything, but I downloaded it, installed it, and yeah, nothing worked after that. So I rolled back to 27,
Yeah.
and then like a week later they released 28, and I'm like, wait, guys, did you fix everything? So I tried it. Nope, still broken. Everything in it's still broken that doesn't work from 27 to 28. So I rolled back to 27 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, that's basically what happened with me as well. It was quite the pain.
But yeah, I found out that plugins don't work on it at all. Well,
Also,
a lot of them don't.
yeah, the plugins are made by somebody else. They were designed to work with 27. They have to make a new program that works with 28. It's basically the same thing but different drivers and stuff. Um, Also, the worst time to click that update button is before a stream, guys, because
Yeah.
updates are optional for a reason. And do you really want to meet the new bugs midstream?
Right,
Hey,
exactly.
you
I've
know,
told streamers that they ask me, should I update to 28? And I come back in caps, no. You should not update to 28. If you want things to work, don't update to 28.
Yeah, that's what we've been telling people as well. 28 is cursed at the moment, so you need to wait for the curse to be lifted until you enter the magic castle.
But I mean, there's some good things about 28, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I still haven't really figured them out. I mean, the guidelines are
I'm
just
sure
good.
once they fix the glitches, I'm sure once they fix the glitches on it and the stuff that needs to be fixed, I'm sure it'll be great, you know. But still, it's not at that point, as I know we've all kind of seen that so far. So yeah, I recommend everybody
so
just kind of stay away from it until they get it fixed.
So what other tips do you
The
have?
OBS forums, as well. Um, those have been
Discord,
helpful.
Discord
Discord,
as
yeah.
well, yeah.
the Discord for your OBS.
Mhm.
Also, notice that Discord count is how you use voice mod. Uh, that you have to sign into Discord to verify your voice mod. I don't know exactly why, but I quit using voice mod when I started using Voice Meter Potato, but I still use my Discord a lot to talk to the guys on the OBS forum.
So what other tips do you suggest for people that are new to Windows and wanting to start up using OBS to stream on whatever platform that they want to stream on?
Um,
Plug it
well,
in.
I mean, other than these things that we just went over, like like it's like I said, it's really easy to throw a scene together with a simple image mask blend, a chroma key, and a camera source, and like a video or a picture behind you. It's really easy to throw something together that looks halfway decent, especially if you know what you're doing. But I think a lot of people think that just because they make their stream look really cool, that's going to automatically get them a lot of viewers or something, or that's going to automatically get them tons of fans. You also have to be just in general with streaming. I think being consistent and being entertaining. I mean, having your stream look great is awesome, but if you're not entertaining yourself, then people aren't going to really want to be in your stream a whole lot. So you got to make sure you're like, all this tech stuff is great, and I love it, and I really think it's great that we make our streams look so cool and we're able to do stuff other people aren't. But if we're not interacting with the audience and doing stuff like that, then
You're
the streams
working
will be dead
a
anyway.
niche
So
audience, and if you make too many changes to your format, you risk losing your audience. So the style that you're streaming in, the things you talk about, and the things that you do, when you start changing that, the people that come to your stream, that dynamic is going to shift as well. And so you have to be aware that every time you change the microphone, someone's going to like have a different opinion about your voice. Every time you start using a different mask or a setup or a different style, uh, the the every little detail, you know, it changes the paradigm totally.
So you guys,
So if you
you
change it all, right,
Sorry, I was just gonna say you guys streamed
It
on
could
Twitch before,
much.
right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for people who think that they can just jump into streaming with their setup and everything, how hard is it to get followers just for people out there who are wanting to start to stream on Twitch?
On Twitch,
Yeah,
you're better off starting here and doing IRL streams and then bringing people from here over to Twitch because that's one of the reasons I tell people streaming on here is a good place to stream because Twitch is a massive, 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 massive audience. So and also a massive amount of people on for other people to choose through. So and
They have
they've
more
got
choices.
yeah, they have
You
much,
have to
much,
be better.
much, much, much more choices. Like, there's a lot of people streaming on the Meet Group right now, but it's nowhere near as many as Twitch.
right,
So it's a lot easier here to find a fan base, to find an audience. And if you are trying to go stream somewhere else or whatever, this is not a bad way to start off getting yourself some followers. Like I know, like when I streamed on Twitch before, I did not like it, and it was for the reason that it was boring. Nobody was ever coming to my streams. It was dead. I was just streaming, play video games. I've done much better just doing IRL streams and talking to people on here. It's been much more successful. I mean, Twitch is great, YouTube's great, 100%. But I mean, it's. I would say on an app like this, it's a little bit easier to excel just for the pure fact that there's less options. There's not instead of there's like 500 options of people to watch instead of 5,000 or 10,000 whatever. Um, so it definitely makes it a good way for makes it a good place to get followers if you are trying to go somewhere else. Um,
And there is a deep end here too, where if you're really good, you can make money and you can get a lot of followers.
oh,
But
100%. Yeah.
uh,
I mean,
those are, particular niches, and they're hard to fill and maintain those spots. You know.
sorry, Meet Group, if we're not allowed to talk about making money on other apps, but hey, this is a test run, so don't knock me for it.
no,
Oh,
I'm
I was
not. I'm
talking
not
about
even
making
saying
money
anything.
on Meet You.
I mean that in no bad way about the Meet Group. Like I said, it's a smaller community, but I mean that's not their fault. It's just a smaller community. It's kind of
Right,
hard to compete with something as big as Twitch. You know what I mean? So like, I
exactly.
don't know
No,
why
I
they would
agree
feel bad about
Yeah,
100%.
that. We have a very large community here on the Meet Group, and a lot of us know each other. A lot of us have been on here for years at this point. I've been streaming almost 4 years now. This is my sixth account I've had on here. Space has been on here what 3.5, 4 years almost. Like we've been on here a long time. And so have a lot of people. And yeah, a lot of people they make a lot of people. There's people on here who are making a lot of money, for sure.
Right,
Definitely people on here who they pay all their rent, they're paying their car note, they're paying everything with the money they make off streaming. And
right,
then there's other people who it's just a side hustle for. And then there's other people who just like to go on and play guitar every once in a while for a half hour or something, which is fine as well. It's everybody's going to be on for different reasons.
right.
Which is fine.
On a
I
side
feel like
note,
right. Well, I could put. I should. I have that ninja guy I can add here. I think down below. Thank you for the
yeah, Ninja
love
would be
bear.
good.
Thank you for the gifts. Once again, you're watching Tech Byte with Emoji J. We're talking with Sovereign and Space, the Final Frontier. I don't know why I forget your name, Sovereign. I should know it because I've seen you multiple times in the last couple of days, so I apologize about that. Is there any other tips and tricks you guys want to give us? We got some time still.
I mean, I really think you got to name everything. That's really important, and the hardwire is important too.
Yeah, hardwire is definitely what I do. I don't. I only run my phone on obviously
Cat
Amazon
six
Echo
cable. That's what you want.
off of Wi-Fi. See, there we go. I think I'm going to find a
Yeah,
perform.
I mean, that's pretty much it, honestly. As
Go ahead. We're lagged. I'm lagged. One of us is lagged.
No, I was just saying, I think that's, I mean, as far as beginner stuff goes, that's basically it, really. I mean, other than that, you just got to start downloading plugins and filters and watching YouTube tutorials on how to do stuff, or going and meeting people who know how to do stuff so they can teach you. But really, I mean, you get those few things down. I mean, you can pretty easily start streaming on OBS without having to put that much really into it. Like I said, I built that other overlay scene in like less than 10 minutes.
Right, which one? The TV one or?
This one. This one here I built in less than 10 minutes. And then also right here, this
Oh,
is how
okay,
we
I
do the
see.
double box battles. So I'll go into Space's stream, capture him, put him inside the box here, import it into my stream, and then we just go into and he's there and bing bang boom, you know. Uh, but yeah, this scene was real easy to make, man. It's just a couple videos in the background, chroma keyed over each other, and a couple images with chroma key, and then overlay box. That's a GIF, and bing bang boom. You know, it's not that hard.
Do you guys ever use OBS Ninja?
No, I don't know what that is.
So you're able to basically, in a browser, bring somebody else into live, basically similar to what you do. So, like, if I'm in a battle, I can have two or three people in the battle with me, on my side, obviously, and stuff like that, and do different things like that, and use multiple source cameras, etc. It's just another way to do it. It's
That's cool.
yeah, it's I'll have to have an example of it sometime so you guys can see it. But it's basically does it does what you guys do. Is what I'm trying to say. It's just the only way I know how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that even existed,
Also,
really.
there's a thing called split cam, and split cam works really well too.
Have you tried any other different
I'm speaking of that.
studio like streaming studios?
I play with Stream Effects a little bit, or I'm sorry, Stream Effects, Streamlabs a little bit. But I don't know. This seemed to be easier.
Yeah, Streamlabs is no good compared to OBS.
Right, Streamlabs is basically OBS, but it's like a streamlined down version for Twitch, right?
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. I feel like it's made specifically. It feels very much cookie cutter made specifically for like Twitch streams.
Yeah, I tried it once and I said, "What the heck is this?" and then I downloaded OBS Studio and I've been a fan since of OBS Studio. Like
Well,
if
the
they're
thing that's good about
sorry,
this
go
is
ahead.
you can make long ways so it fits the phone. The thing that's nice about OBS is you can make all your scenes, you know, phone size, so it's not any weird zooming or any type of weird aspect ratio on it. That's like I think the best thing about streaming on here with OBS is everything looks relative, and then that also leaves space on the side of your scenes for you to like like how I showed like the space pod thing earlier. Like this is just off on the side of my screen here, when I'm not using it, and then it just zips away, and then no one can see it. So like having things set up so you've got them when you need them is important. Voice meter potato too. You can program your own. You can program your own little sound effects in here with the macro, uh, and like have them ready to go. So we do that. All of mine are inappropriate, so I'm not going to do them right now. But I do have that installed as well. Um, and yeah, I also use my instance. The problem with my instance is you never really 100% know what the volume cap is going to be. So sometimes you'll get sometimes you'll get a sound clip, and it's loud, like really loud to the viewer. But yeah, I don't know. I use that as well too sometimes, especially when I'm just on the go streaming, looking for something to make a joke or whatever.
Right on. Yeah, I use SoundPad sometimes, but you can set up.
Sound clips are fun.
Yeah, I use SoundPad from Steam sometimes, but you can do the same thing, I'm sure, with Touch Portal or Stream Deck. Um, Really quick, guys, do you
Cool.
guys want to plug your Instagrams and times that you stream and what you got going on the app?
Yeah, sure.
og.space.time at Insta.
Sovereign the Mighty Instagram. Um, Same thing on TikTok too. And then yeah, I mean we pretty much are on the same times usually at night. We're usually later night streamers. You'll catch me on in the morning. Sometimes you'll catch both of us on in the mornings. It all really depends. But definitely
10 p.m.
nighttime.
CST.
We're doing the multi-box battles a lot at nighttime. That's when you're gonna see us the most active is, yeah, 10 p.m.
Right on. Yeah. Cool. I appreciate it. There's anything else you want to say before I let you guys out? This is where I normally would do the new technology segment, but I'm not going to do it tonight because we're almost out of time, anyways. If there's anything else you guys would like to
Yeah,
say,
no, we're good, man. I mean, thanks for having
I
us.
appreciate you guys coming on again. And once it's featured, we got the green light for the show to be featured. And once it is featured, I'll have you guys back on for sure.
All right, man.
If you guys want to let yourself out of the box, I appreciate it. Once again, thank you for being on Tech
Yep.
Byte with Emoji J. This has been Sovereign, one of the guests, and Space, the Final Frontier, as a guest. I hope everybody had a wonderful time with the tips and tricks that they provided. If anybody, oh, this would also be a time that I would ask people people can ask questions. Since there's not that many people in here, I'm not going to worry about that tonight. Next week, if you would like to be on the show, please message me on Instagram at emojij_meet me, and I will be glad to talk with you to see what you can provide for the show. If you know anybody who might want to be on the show, please have them also message me on Instagram. Once again, this is Tech Byte with Emoji J. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to end the stream, and you guys can. I'm going to start the stream up with the normal stuff that I do, and you guys can come back if you want to. Thank you for watching, Angela. Thank you, everybody else. Bye.